Firstly, the Mecca-Pact is not the rise of an Islamic military power to target India or Israel. The Mecca-Pact is a defensive alliance born out of fear.
It's all over the social media.
Still, an emboldened Pakistani Defense Minister Khwaja Asif dared to call for an Islamic-NATO now to confront Israel. Asif added, Israel is a threat to the entire Muslim world and called for a united military front against it. Tomorrow, Asif will claim Pakistan landed a man on the sun. We'll tell you all about the Modi-Netanyahu phone call even as the Mecca-Pact was being signed. The truth is that none of the three countries, Turkey, Saudi or Pakistan, can dare to attack Israel. None of them have the courage to confront China on Uyghurs, and none of them could prevent India from smashing 11 Pakistani air bases and forcing Islamabad to beg for a ceasefire.
The Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement.
On the 6th of August 2026, Prime Minister Modi posted about a phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Posting in English and in Hebrew, Prime Minister Modi wrote that they reviewed progress on the special strategic partnership, which continues to grow from strength to strength. PM Netanyahu replied by thanking Modi by name and adding, together we continue to strengthen the bond between Israel and India. It seems India and Israel are treating the Mecca-Pact as seriously as watching over a teenager playing with fireworks. Within 24 hours of Modi-Netanyahu call, Saudi Arabia, Turkey and Pakistan signed a sweeping mutual defense treaty called the Mecca Joint Defence Agreement, bringing together Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Turkish President Erdogan and Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Personally, I'm surprised that Asim Munir wasn't the one signing in place of Sharif, but maybe MBS and Erdogan didn't allow the failed marshal. Within hours, Iranian proxy the Houthis launched aerial attacks on Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, and neither Turkey failed to prevent it, neither did they launch an operation to crush the Houthis. The Mecca-Pact failed its very first test. So is this a Sunni defense alliance which has been rattled and is directed against a Shia Iran, who along with Houthis continues to attack Saudi interests? Pakistan's foreign ministry confirmed the pact carries a NATO-style Article 5 clause. An attack on one member is treated as an attack on all three of them. But it fails to mention then what? Tomorrow, if India conducts a counter-terror operation against UN-designated terror groups which are sitting inside Pakistan, then would Turkey and Saudi Arabia consider it an attack against themselves? And if they do, then what? The pact does not say whether they would militarily react or simply issue diplomatic statements together, as they have been doing so against Israel. But Khwaja Asif told reporters, the Islamic world must unite to confront the common threat posed by Israel. Israeli ambassador to the United States, Yishel Leiter, stated, the Ayatollahs chanted death to Israel, and now the so-called mediator is echoing the same language. You are not the mediator, Mr. Asif, you are the problem. Even if it is to your dismay, Israel is here to stay. That's not for negotiation. Our news report on India-Pakistan tensions was ranking among the top 5 in Google News videos. I am Shobit Mittal. Do subscribe to Inconnect News for the most informative news content. What's stunning is that it was a fellow Muslim nation of Iran which was the first to challenge this Mecca-Pact's real value. Within hours of the Mecca signing, Ibrahim Riazi, the Iranian lawmaker, posted on X, Saudis must know that a paper agreement with Turkey and Pakistan will not bring them security, just as years of one-sided nursing to the Americans did not bring them security. One must say that the biggest loser in the Middle East has turned out to be America's foreign policy under Trump. Now the Gulf countries are seeking other security alliances as they have simply lost faith in America. As expected, Iran's statement rattled the trio. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan later clarified that the alliance is defensive in nature and not intended to attack or eliminate any country, adding that it is not aimed at Iran. India and Israel had insider knowledge of the details of the pact even before it was signed. According to Jerusalem Post's analysis by veteran diplomatic correspondent Herb Canon, it is difficult to imagine that the looming pact was not a major focus of the Netanyahu-Modi conversation, since both the governments would likely have an advanced knowledge that a major regional realignment was taking shape even before Friday's public signing. While the three Sunni nations could not individually confront either Israel or Iran, now this pact brings together Saudi money, Turkish drone and defense manufacturing, and Pakistan's nuclear security pledges and gaslighting expertise. But does Pakistan even control its own nukes, or does America? John Kiriakou, former CIA officer, claimed the Pentagon controlled the Pakistani nuclear arsenal during Musharraf's tenure. International experts highlighted how Indian Air Force was easily able to strike Pakistani air bases which had nuclear command and control roles. This included Sargodha Air Base near Kairana Hills and Noor Khan Air Base in Rawalpindi, the headquarters of Pakistan's nuclear command and control. And now, Turkey and Pakistan are trying to drag India into the Mecca-Pact narrative. Turkish outlet Straturka cited unnamed Pakistani sources that India had urgently approached Israel for a reciprocal bilateral defense treaty. Similar unnamed sources were used to peddle fake AI images of Indian Air Force Rafale fighter jets. These Pakistani unnamed sources are like Santa Claus. They are just not real. Indian MEA fact-check soon rejected these reports. The Ministry of External Affairs tweeted, "We caution against such malicious posts on social media platforms which use AI to create fake content." India-Israel partnership has already been elevated to a special strategic partnership during Prime Minister Modi's February 2026 visit to Israel. According to Israeli media outlet Jerusalem Post, the announcement in Mecca will certainly add fuel to moving that partnership forward at full speed. In turn, Israel has already deepened its security and energy ties with Turkey's regional adversaries, Greece and Cyprus, while Modi is also growing India's strategic footprint in Turkey's backyard, elevating defense and economic ties with Armenia, Greece, Cyprus, and Israel. India is boosting Armenia's defense capabilities with over $2 billion in Pinaka rockets, Akash missiles, and ATAGS artillery. Cyprus signed a 2026-2031 defense roadmap eyeing Indian drones, while Greece is pursuing the BrahMos missiles and the new 1,500-kilometer Indian cruise missile, which will bring Istanbul within range. A Pakistan-backed Islamist terror group massacred 25 unarmed Hindu civilians in Kashmir last year after the Pahalgam terror attack. India launched Operation Sindoor on the 7th of May 2025, striking 9 camps of UN-designated terror groups inside Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Indian military used Israeli-origin weapons including Arab drones, Sky Striker loitering munitions, and Barak 8 air defense systems. Pakistan in turn used Turkish Bayraktar TB2 and Yeeha drones against India. Israeli Major General Amir Baram extended Israel's full support to India's rightful fight against terror and lauded the success of Operation Sindoor. So what's the role of Saudi Arabia in all this? Saudi Arabia sits in the geographic center of the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, or IMEC, the transit network India and Israel have spent years promoting, linking India to the Gulf, to Israel's Haifa port, and onward to Europe. Turkey was excluded from the IMEC and has been trying to promote a rival transit project of its own. Pakistan and Turkey could use the Defense Pact to draw the Saudis away from IMEC and promote an alternate trade corridor. But neither Turkey nor Pakistan had even a fraction of India's manufacturing capability. In fact, the IMEC could bring Saudis and Israelis together, something which Pakistan or Turkey feel threatened by. Meanwhile, the relations between New Delhi and Riyadh continue to remain cordial. Reports claim that Saudi Arabia is also evaluating Indian indigenous defense systems, notably the Astra Mark 1 beyond visual range air-to-air missiles for its own fighter jets. Meanwhile, a Mediterranean Quad had been pitched in the past as an ideal bloc to counter any Islamic-NATO. But India and Israel's immediate counter to the Mecca-Pact is not a counter-defensive bloc. The Med Quad would have brought together Israel, Greece, Cyprus, UAE and India. But for now it seems neither India nor Israel feel threatened at all by the new Mecca-Pact. But what do you believe? Would these three countries dare to attack either Israel or India? Or is the Mecca-Pact born out of fear of Iran? Leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.